Hi, I am Daislin and Sujita, now going to explain the agricultural problems in food resources. And in the olden days, agricultural practices or slash and burn cultivation, shifting cultivation, that is still among the tribal people. And the traditional agricultural and its impacts are high, so more near natural conditions and results low yield. And the impacts of this agricultural, that is the traditional agricultural practices, is deforestation, soil erosion, depletion of nutrients. And under deforestation, slash and burn is the major activity, so it loses all the forest covers. And coming to soil erosion, it clears the forest covers and it lowers the topsoil. And depletion of nutrients, organic matter is destroyed, so nutrient decreases. So these are the pictures about deforestation, soil erosion, and depletion of nutrients. Now this is modern agricultural practices and its impacts. So coming from traditional to modern agriculture, the farmers are using high yield varieties, hybrid seeds, they are using single crop variety, high technical equipments, energy subsidies, food production increased by the green revolution. And like traditional agriculture, it also has some impacts that is related to high yield variety, fertilizer related problems, pesticides related problems, waterlogging, and salinity. Now we can see one by one. The first is impact related to high yield variety. So here the farmers are using only monoculture crop. So only single pathogen can cause total devastation for large area. And the second one is eutrophication. So here micronutrient imbalance and eutrophication takes place. Micronutrient imbalance is nothing but to improve the yield of the crop, the farmers will mostly concentrate on macronutrients, that is nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium. So the crop has deficiency in micronutrient and it causes micronutrient imbalance. And coming to the point eutrophication, the farmers are using more and more amount of nitrogen, phosphorus and potassium, and these are taken up by the water and it reaches into the water bodies and overnourish the water bodies, and this nourishment is called eutrophication. So because of this eutrophication, all the algae bloom will grow very fastly, that will die, that will decay. For the decomposition process, it will utilize the oxygen present in the water, and there is a lack of oxygen, and the living beings in the water bodies will get affected because of the lack of dissolved oxygen. The next one is nitrate pollution, or otherwise it is called blue baby syndrome or methemoglobinemia. So this is a blue baby syndrome term used to describe newborn with cyanotic conditions caused by nitrogenous fertilizers, increasing concentration greater than 25 ppm of nitrates in water bodies. So if the nitrate content is more than 25 ppm, it will make the skin to turn blue in color because it will stop the oxygen carrying capacity so that the skin turns into blue. That's why this nitrate pollution is otherwise called as blue baby syndrome. And it is an illness that begins when large amount of nitrates in water are ingested by an infant and converted into nitrate by the digestive. So I have explained this in the previous slide itself. Next, pesticide problems. So the first generation pesticides, sulfur, arsenic, lead and mercury, were used to kill the pest. And in the second generation, DDT by Paul Miller and many synthetic pesticides are used. So because of using these pesticides, the pest will get high immunity power and it will produce a new pest called superpest. And the second thing is death of non-target organism. We all know that the earthworm is a very good friend for farmers. And because of using these kind of pesticides, these earthworm will also get affected. The third one is biomagnification. So the biomagnification, it enters into the food chain and it is accumulated in the body for a long time and it leads to various problems and diseases in human beings. This is the picture of bioaccumulation and biomagnification of dioxins. So the fertilizers and pesticides that are we are using that in the field that is taken up by the cow, and from the cow we are using the milk, and from us it is going to an infant. So it's a cyclic process. So it magnified in our body. And biomagnification of endosulfanic paths. So the endocrine disruptors or chemicals that interfere with endocrine in animals including humans. These disruptions can cause cancerous tumors, birth defects and other development disorders. Thank you.